Hi, I'm Allie.
And I'm Becky.
We are registered dietitians that are passionate about food as medicine.
In this video, we are talking about food as medicine for IBS or irritable bowel syndrome. And we are going to be making a smoothie that can help to support your digestive health.
Yes, and if you want to learn more about functional medicine approaches or 5 ways to address IBS, make sure you check out this video, which talks about the stress impact on digestion, as well as the importance of optimal digestive enzymes, stomach acidity, and so much more.
Okay, so let's cover some of the food as medicine basics, and then we'll whip up our smoothie.
Yes. So the first thing that we look at for IBS is getting ample soluble fiber. So soluble fiber in this smoothie is going to come from a half of a frozen banana. This is also a low FODMAP fruit choice. And when we're looking at IBS, the FODMAP diet is one area to explore to support symptom management. When we're looking at a low FODMAP approach, this is reducing the fermentable carbohydrates that would be creating digestive disturbance in the world of dysbiosis or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. So this frozen banana is going to serve as a way of giving us a nice cold velvety texture while providing soluble fiber, which is going to aid in binding and regulating bowel formation without the FODMAP impact.
And then next up, let's talk about our leafy greens. So you guys know we love to use these as a base in a smoothie, and we usually say 2 to 3 cups a day. But when we're talking about IBS, we want to kind of start off low and slow. Leafy greens are going to provide us that insoluble fiber, creating that broom-like activity and moving things along throughout the colon. And things like baby spinach and baby kale would probably be our best choices to start out with here because they're going to be the lowest on that FODMAP spectrum. So starting from a half a cup and working your way up to a cup to 2 cups in your smoothie would be a good choice.
Those greens are also giving us a really good source of magnesium, which we know can support as a muscle relaxer, which can aid in healthy bowel motility. And also we're getting a source of dietary folate and B vitamins. And this is important because B vitamins are manufactured in the colon. So if you have digestive distress, your nutrients that are made in the colon may be compromised. So we think of things like vitamin K and B vitamins, which are manufactured in the colon, and leafy greens will be a great source to get a boost of nutrition there as well.
And then next up, we've got some cinnamon. So not only is this going to add a nice spice to your smoothie and flavor profile, it also can function as an anti-spasmodic, so slowing down any spasms of the gut.
Yes, we see in research that anti-spasmodics are a great tool to layer in as a pharmacological compound or a medication when dealing with IBS, but we always love to start first with food as medicine.
And ginger would be another great one in
Absolutely.
That same world. Yeah.
And then ginger is an antiemetic or a nausea reducer, so you'd have kind of a dual impact if you're dealing with nausea and digestive disturbance.
Okay, and then the base in our smoothie, we're going to keep things dairy-free because dairy is known to aggravate IBS, and often we are dealing with some level of lactose intolerance. So here we're just using a simple, super clean almond milk. It's got 2 ingredients, filtered water and organic almonds. And an almond milk is going to be lower in fat than like a coconut milk that we'll often use in our smoothies just because that fat can aggravate things if we are dealing with loose stool.
Yes. And then we want to add a little bit more fiber beyond the soluble and insoluble fiber we have going on with our banana and our greens by layering in some chia seed or flax seed, or what's more is our phytofiber. So this uses antioxidant-rich whole food forms of fiber. We're going to be getting citrus pectin as well as apple pectin, cranberry seed extract, and then compounds like glucomannan, which make literally a viscous gel. This aids in helping create that gelling-like substance to make a healthy bowel formation, as well as driving bowel motility like a broom. So phytofiber can be used if dealing with IBS-related diarrhea or IBS-related constipation.
And if we don't have that, we could just throw in a tablespoon or so of our friend chia seed here, and we'd get a similar impact. And then next up, we're selecting a quality source of fat to add a little bit of satiety factor to our smoothie. So here we've selected an organic almond butter, but you could also use something like coconut oil, about a tablespoon or so, because that's going to have caprylic acid that if we are dealing with dysbiosis or yeast overgrowth in the gut, is going to help to keep that at bay.
And now to address that brain-gut axis, we want to bring in some CBD. So So we talked to you in this video about IBS and the connection of stress to creating digestive disturbances. Every human body is wired with an endocannabinoid system, and this endocannabinoid system interacts with our gut. So we know that when we bring in compounds like a quality CBD, that this can play a role in calming down our nervous system, which can regulate bowel motility. In fact, CBD has been used in clinical research to show a 93% reduction in symptoms with use in IBD or inflammatory bowel disease. And we've seen upwards of 80+% reduction of digestive disturbances. So when we take CBD, this can help to mitigate that fight or flight stress response, creating a mellow gut that is calm, and that creates healthy bowel formation. We're gonna add a half dropper full of this concentrated CBD, which is going to provide us about 40 milligrams of cannabidiol. When you're using a CBD, you wanna make sure that you're choosing a brand that is third-party tested for potency as well as purity, because this is an unregulated market. So we are big proponents of Santa Cruz Medicinals. They are sponsors of the Naturally Nourished podcast, and they've given us a special code. So when you use Allie Miller RD at checkout, you actually will save 15% on your order and get free shipping.
And then last but not least, we're gonna finish off with a scoop of our grass-fed whey protein. So grass-fed whey, especially when it's non-denatured, is going to be free of those main gut irritants like casein and lactose. And what makes our naturally nourished grass-fed whey unique is that it is non-denatured and low heat processed. So you're going to retain the beneficial immunoglobulins, which are known to support that gut lining integrity, help to rebound our secretory IgA.
Absolutely, and that's important when we want to reduce food sensitivities as well as give the immune system an overall boost. So let's throw the smoothie together. All right, cheers, girl.
Bottoms up.
It's super creamy. That cinnamon balances really nice with the banana and the leafy greens, as you work your way up. I don't think that this has much of a bitter flavor. I think it would work from all ages in the household and could be a great way to support optimal digestion. So if you've learned something from today's video, be sure to put a comment below and make sure, of course, that you like this video. And subscribe to the Naturally Nourished YouTube channel so that you don't miss any of our bi-weekly releases of food as medicine content. Or cannabidiol. All of the human bodies, all of the humans in this world,
everybody in the world
has an endocrine. Okay, ready? Okay.